Is there a reason why maybe they might be more useful on the road than at home, or
get out of the hotel, get used to the opposing team's floor a little bit, get used to the baskets a little bit? That's one of the main reasons, to break up the day. Where guys at home, you have family, you know the rims, you know the, what you want to do, in the arena. But again, more to break up the day as much as anything else.
Obviously, Atlanta presents those challenges with those bigs like Millsap to step away from the basket, but you guys got a taste of that against Phoenix, and you really responded through 3.5 quarters pretty much. A guy like Jeff Teague, who's got the speed and spreads you out, how do you I know you're showing bodies, but there's got to be great communication on the back end of that.
Exactly right, Sherm. Great communication, and it's a 5-man job. One guy's not going to stop him, especially in transition and also in half court. We almost have to show him 2.5 bodies, but with that, your recovery's got to be insane. It's got to be to close out, to touch, runoffs, whatever we got to do on the backside. But again, he's the #1 problem because of his speed. He's one of the fastest guys with the ball in the league, and also his ability to change speeds is one of the best in the league. So that's the #1 thing that we got to deal with. But like you said, one should give us a lot of practice was against Phoenix, because they're one of also the fastest top to bottom teams in the league. So we've just got through playing that style of a game, so we should have a little practice of contending with that.
Generally, does that make a difference rather than seeing, like, let's say Memphis or a team like that in between those two?
No question. Just push play, and you hear the same pregame speech and almost the same video, but it helps because now your body's used to going up and down and seeing that that type of speed. Because again, you can coach all you want to, but you can't coach speed. And that's one thing that Teague has, and Schroeder. Schroeder is a fast young man too, that you got to get back and build, get back and get in the stance. And your defense, your readiness to play defense in transition has to be there. Our communication, which is what I thought we suffered with in the Phoenix game, was tough, because they had so many shooters out on the floor. It really doesn't matter who you take. Take a man, but again, you got to have communication. Communication could come in the form of pointing. If you can't talk, you can't speak, point. Everybody can point if you can't speak. Sometimes you get tired and can't say anything, so you better point, and that's one thing we got to do.
Can you talk about the improvements that Jonas has had this season? It looks like he's getting a little more aggressive going to the basket. Does that make a big difference in his game?
Well, it does, and the key with him is just consistency. I think more than finishing plays, once you get that opportunity, you got to finish it. And I think he's taking advantage of rolling to the bucket, offensive rebound. Rebounding helps him a lot, because if you look at a lot of his plays, there's not a lot of called plays for him. He got a lot of points on putbacks, rolling to the hole, and that type of thing. Maybe a few back down random post-up plays, but not a lot of call plays. And again, he took advantage of it and did an excellent job of finishing at the rim, getting to the free throw line, using his size to his advantage, but again, most of all, finishing his opportunities.
With the speed Atlanta has, obviously you don't want to give up possessions, but your team has been extremely good at not turning the ball over. What do you attribute that to?
Well, Kyle's really conscientious with the ball. DeMar is conscientious with the ball. We have few sets that have multiple passes or long passes. A lot of our passes are short passes. That's more than anything else. And we have a guard-oriented offense, which, a lot of our bigs, unless they're DHOing, are not really passing the ball around. And I think so we try to cut down on that. But again, I think a lot of it is just our guards conscientious, not trying to make crazy passes. Make the simple, our guys have done a good job of making the simple play, simple pass, and not something that's out of the Star Wars book.